Reddit user. You are seeing this message because we are utilizing the Reddit emergency response system. This is the first time we are activating the system. You may have seen similar procedures on sites such as Facebook and Tumblr. Please keep reading for further information regarding your safety and continued use of this site. It has come to the attention of the Reddit staff that this site has been used in a way not intended by its creators. As the site grows larger, it was to be expected that there may be some dangerous or possibly illegal subreddits. There is little we can do to monitor this. However, we are often notified of potentially harmful content and intend to respond accordingly. Unfortunately, in this instance, we failed to address the problem quickly enough. For that, we are sorry. At approximately 11:01 p.m. on March 1st, 2016, a rash of crimes began occurring that coincided with a subreddit on our site. We will not name the specific subreddit for fear people will flock to this site to investigate on their own. We want to make this very clear. Do not go seeking out this site. The victims in this case are numerous, and we fear that the perpetrators have access to any Reddit account with an email attached. We have been cleared by the FBI to give you some details of the crimes. They have all happened between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. The crimes all involve white males of varying ages. There is no pattern as to geographic location, although all seem to have occurred in the Midwest. Police at this time are unsure if the similar crimes reported on the East and West Coasts are related. The perpetrators of these crimes have not been identified, and at this time we have no leads. The murder weapons have all been household items found already in the home. The wife of one of the victims has agreed to share some of the more graphic details of the crime. She has written a statement below. We have changed the name of the victim to protect the identities of those involved.
My name is... and I am the wife of John, one of the men killed on March 4th. I've been asked to go through what happened the night of his death. I will write as much as I can remember, but please keep in mind this is a very trying time for me and my family. John was loved very much. John was on Reddit for many years. He used to stick to the gaming pages. He played WoW and some other games in his spare time. More recently, he started visiting some new Reddit pages. He spent maybe 5 hours a day online since he sometimes went to the sites at work. I did not think of this internet use as odd, although I didn't like some of the pages he went to. The day John was killed was very average. We both worked during the day. We put the kids to bed and then shared some wine. We went to bed around 10 p.m. I admit I was tipsy, but not drunk. I am trying not to blame myself, but it's difficult. Maybe if we hadn't drank, I would have woke up sooner. I did wake up in the night, maybe 2 a.m., and noticed John wasn't in bed. I got up to pee. The light was on in the living room, so I went to make sure John was okay. I'm being asked by the FBI to describe what I saw. It is so hard for me to type this, so please be understanding. I had never seen anything like that in my life. I had never even seen a dead body at a funeral, so needless to say, the image is still burned into my mind. I woke the kids up with my screaming. And I hate to admit this, but they came into the living room before I could keep them away. They are 3 and 7. I wish I could have been a better mother, but I was so shocked myself. What I saw was John slumped over a kitchen chair. He was cut up. Not just hurt, but lacerated. His body was covered in blood. It looked more like a pile of ground beef than a body. But his face was perfectly intact. Shoved into his flesh was his iPad. It was open and his browser was up. They later identified the murder weapon as our cheese grater. I don't know who did this. I don't know how they got into our house, or how they did so much damage to John without him screaming. There were no strange noises at all. The doors were locked like usual. There was no sign of a break-in. I am completely traumatized, as are my kids. If this message helps catch the bastard who did this or save someone else from being hurt, then it is worth it.
We at Reddit want to thank the woman for her brave words. Her cooperation has been very helpful to police. We hope she is able to find support. The FBI has identified several risk factors involved in these crimes. You may be at risk if you frequent any horror-themed subreddits, have received any emails or phone calls from an unidentifiable source, have more than one Reddit account, have your personal email attached to a Reddit account. As mentioned previously, all of the victims have been white males between the ages of 15 and 64. If you are a white male who fits any of the criteria above, please contact the FBI immediately. We understand that this is a large group. However, due to the number of victims, we cannot take this lightly. Again, authorities do not know if there is one person or multiple people committing these crimes. We only know an average of 5 men are killed each night in the Midwest region. Unfortunately, we expect these crimes to continue until the murderers are caught. If you have any information, please contact the FBI directly. Any messages sent to Reddit will be deleted due to reasonable deniability. Reddit takes full responsibility for not sending this message to the public sooner. We plan to create a fund for the surviving family of the victims. We know this does not make up for what happened, but we hope to help in any small way we can. Thank you for listening to this fully. Stay safe. If you are concerned about a friend or a loved one, contact the FBI immediately. Do not wait. If you are listening to this and it is past 11 p.m., check your house. You can never be too careful.